everyone! So today I'm going to be talking about some of my favorite products from some very controversial brands. So let's just get into it. So I'll start with something simple. Kylie Cosmetics lip gloss. This is the lip gloss in So Cute. And yes, I did say lip gloss. I am notoriously anti-lip gloss, but I really like this one. I have a few Kylie products that were either passed down to me or gifted to me by my sister. This is, of course, one of them. I've never made a purchase from Kylie myself. And I have liked everything I've tried. Eyeshadow, eyeliner, lipstick. But the lip gloss is definitely the thing that stands out the most to me. I don't find it to be sticky or tacky. It's incredibly shiny. It's all those things that I like in a lip gloss. I really do not like thick, goopy glosses that just sort of your lips stick together when you're wearing it. This is one of the things that made me like lip gloss again, and it has a wonderful packaging. I don't know if it's been changed, if I maybe have an older one, but it has a lovely little brush instead of a doe foot applicator. The applicator reminds me a lot of the ones from the Dior glosses, which I also really like, and the packaging is part of that. I like applying a gloss with more of a brush instead of the doe foot applicator. I just find I get a better effect. So all in all, I've really enjoyed this lip gloss. Now, I honestly do not know why Kylie Cosmetics is so controversial, except for the fact that it's Kylie Jenner's brand. I know a lot of people are really quick to hate anything that a Kardashian or a Jenner attach their name to. I get it. There's a lot of shadiness there, and with Kylie Cosmetics, there has been a little bit of shadiness. I really remember when the brand first launched and just how ridiculously fast the product sold out, and it was really just artificially created supply and demand. They just released a very limited quantity of product at one time so that it would sell out, making people want it more, and then they would release more stuff like a day or two later. There's no way they created that product in that time. They had it sitting there. They were just being very strategic. That's shady. I mean, it's good business practice in a sense. They are making bank. Kylie is making bank off her products, and whoever she has working for her, they are pulling out all of the tactics, and it has really worked in her favor. Now, I don't think I would personally purchase anything from Kylie Cosmetics, not because I don't like the products, but just because it's really not worth it to me. I find the price points to be really high. We've seen that recently with like the brushes. That was kind of ridiculous for that brush set. It was like $300 something US. And then the shipping to Canada is kind of ridiculous as well. The products are really expensive, and truthfully, I've tried a lot of different products and I found other things that I like better. I have found a couple of brands of lip glosses that I like. This was just sort of like the gateway bringing me back to the lip gloss world, so I'm grateful for that, but I think I can find other products elsewhere that are a little bit more affordable and maybe fit my aesthetic a little bit more. I just don't want to pay extra for the Kylie name. Next, I want to talk about Morphe and the 3502 eyeshadow palette. This has quickly become one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes to reach for. I love this formula so much, and I love these eyeshadows. Now, it is the warmest toned eyeshadow palette you could possibly imagine, and I know that some people are pretty done with these sort of orangey brown, warm brown shades, but I still really like them. I love using those orangey everythings. I just love the way oranges look with my blue eye color, so I just have a lot of fun using them. The formula is fantastic, as I mentioned briefly. All the shadows are really smooth and they blend well together, but they're not powdery, and it's not like you can over blend them and like you blend shades together and they get really muddy. That has happened to me with some other eyeshadow formulas that are really soft. It's just like you can't create a look with multiple shadows because they just don't work together, and I find that these ones, the mattes and the shimmers, work very well together. Now, Morphe is controversial in my opinion, largely because of influencers and affiliate codes. There just doesn't seem to be any gray area with Morphe. It seems like you love them or you hate them. Now, I was influenced by some of those Morphe pushers. I bought Morphe brushes, I bought Morphe eyeshadows because I saw those people talking about them, I saw people using them, and I use those things a lot. I'm also a person who just happens to like to try products before passing judgment on the products themselves. I've personally been judged that way before in different scenarios throughout my life, where people will judge me based off of like other people's opinions, or just like, you know, judging a book by its cover. They assume that I'm going to be one way when I'm actually not. And it's really frustrating to me. And I like to try stuff for myself. So anyway, I'm really glad I tried Morphe, especially this eyeshadow palette, despite all the controversy and everything I've heard. And most of it, like I said, keeps coming back to the affiliate codes and people pushing and stuff. And no, I do not have an affiliate code, for those of you wondering. I'm not pushing Morphe, I just generally like these products that I have. It's awful that I have to put that disclaimer in there, but it's true. Like, I'm not sponsored, Morphe isn't paying my bills, I just genuinely like what I've used. Moving on, let's talk about Lime Crime. Yes, I said it, Lime Crime. My favorite product from Lime Crime is the Cashmere Velveteen Liquid Lipstick. I really like the Velveteen liquid lipstick formula. It's very, very liquidy, like watery, but it dries down perfectly. It just feels so light on your lips. I love the way that it feels. I love the way that it wears. And this is pretty much my perfect cool toned nude lip color. But oh Lime Crime, where do we even start? Wow, okay, there's a list as long as my arm of all the Lime Crime drama. A lot of this stuff is probably not new to you guys, but I really wanted to address some of these issues and talk about some of these things that I've been thinking about. I think the #1 issue I keep hearing about Lime Crime is about the website, about how it was hacked and what hundreds of people ended up with fraudulent charges on like credit cards and other payment methods. There was lawsuits because of that. I just recently heard about that. Now also with Lime Crime, I've heard about issues with the FDA. I've heard about doxing. I've heard about just general nastiness towards consumers and people who were sharing some not so nice reviews. The company is pretty awful by all accounts, and that really sucks because this is like my dream aesthetic in a makeup company. It's sort of different, but it's like glam and grungy, and I love the imagery that goes along with Lime Crime's brand and like the stuff that they share on their social media pages. But I've made 2 purchases and I'm done. The first order I made with Lime Crime was online. I'd been thinking about it for years, honestly. I'd had friends who had used their products and just raved about them. I loved, like I said, the aesthetic of Lime Crime. It was just everything that I wanted it to be. I just loved the products, or thought I was going to love the products. Like, I loved the look of them. So there was a promo. I decided to just go for it. I placed an order. I used PayPal because I did know about the fraudulent charges at that time. So I was concerned, but obviously not overly concerned. Lime Crime also happens to take care of international shipping fees for what that counts for. It mattered to me at the time. That was a big factor in me actually going through with the order. But I purchased from them because I really felt like I was like a Lime Crime girl, or I was going to be one. Like, I was, you know, not like the other girls. This couldn't happen to me. These problems couldn't happen to me. And like, how could there be anything wrong with Lime Crime if I so strongly feel for those products? And I was strongly influenced by their social media and people who were posting photos using their products. Not just people who showed up on like the Lime Crime Instagram page, but people who I just followed who were using their products and who I went, oh my God, this person is so gorgeous. They're using these products. I want to be like them. You fall for that influencer trap. And I totally did that with Lime Crime. I totally did that. And I'm not blaming the people who use the products. Like, one thing about this is I'm not passing judgment on anyone who decides to use these products, because obviously there are things that I like and that I use. I'm just saying that my opinions have changed, and I kind of wanted to address it because every now and then I respond to comments when people ask what lipstick I'm wearing, and I say, oh, it's this, or this is the product I'm wearing, and you can kind of see the reaction back where it's, oh. And I really just wanted to put myself out there and address some of these issues and some of the stuff that I was fairly ignorant about for a while. So I really thought, like, screw how problematic lime crime is, I'm gonna buy from them. I do use them often. I do like what I have. I will not be buying any more. No plans. Like, I wanted their Elle lipstick for obvious reasons for a long time since it was released, but I decided not to buy it because I just didn't feel right supporting the brand anymore, just based on all of the things that I've read about them and continue to read. And the more stories I read, the more that comes out day after day, the less I feel like I can buy from them. But I'm going to use what I have, and I don't feel ashamed of that. I'm going to use what I have, and if it means I wear it in videos, I wear it in videos. Like, I'm not selling the products. I'm not trying to influence anyone to buy it, but I have the stuff, I'm going to use it. I'm not just going to throw it in the trash. Like, there doesn't seem to be a value in that. All right, so 2 products left. The next product is from KL Polish. This is the nail polish in Brick Sidewalk. It is a perfect terracotta color. It's what's on my nails right now. And this is Kathleen Light's polish brand. So I'm gonna start with one minor issue that turned me off with KL Polish like a year ago. I had placed a pre-order for 2 polishes, and there was a little drama at the time because orders were not going out in the order they were purchased in. So my pre-order was still sitting unfulfilled while people who ordered on launch day were getting their products fulfilled and sent to them, and people who ordered the day of were getting their products a couple days later, and it took forever to get mine. So that annoyed me at first, and I had contacted the customer service there, and I didn't get a great response. The response was basically, well, you're in Canada, so it's like, oh, that's nice. Anyway, that was just like the tip of the iceberg. A couple of months ago, Kathleen Lights was caught on camera, or I guess cell phone, saying the N-word, and rather casually. I mean, really casually. It was said so easily, and because of that ease, it really didn't seem like an accidental, I never speak like this kind of moment. I mean, if you never speak like that, you wouldn't speak like that, even if you had been drinking. Now, Kathleen did apologize on a couple of her platforms, not on YouTube, which I think is important to note because that's her biggest platform. And I don't really know how much her apology is worth. Now, the apology was not directed towards me, so it's not up to me to decide or whether or not she should be forgiven. Now, all of that being said, and in the interest of full disclosure, I still watch quite a few of Kathleen's videos. I really do love her makeup tutorials. I find them so easy to follow, and I have recreated quite a few of them. Now, it did take me a long time to feel comfortable watching her content again. And just the fact that I can even say that I am comfortable watching her tutorials and some of her other videos now, despite what happened, that says a lot about my privilege, and I know that. But I haven't been able to actively support her. Before the incident, I supported her hardcore. I purchased a lot of her collabs. A lot of the products that she talked about on her channel, I purchased a lot of them. Like, I was really heavily influenced by Kathleen. She was definitely in my top 5 beauty gurus. I really genuinely liked her, but she's more of like a guilty pleasure for me now, and not someone that I would like actively recommend to people just based off of her recent history. I'm not writing her off entirely, obviously, and I don't know what to do in situations like this, and it makes me so uncomfortable, really uncomfortable, and I've been like hemming and hawing about talking about this at all, but because it makes me uncomfortable, I feel like that's why I really need to talk about it, because I truthfully don't know what to do in a situation like this or how to handle it. It's not my place to forgive her apology, but if I think that she's showing improvements and that I don't think she's going to repeat her past behavior, like, when is it okay for me to publicly support her again? Or is it never okay? But, you know, See, I can't even speak. I can't even put it into words. I know for some people, forgiveness is not going to be an option. But for me, you know, like I feel like I could go back to like purchasing her collabs and stuff again, but I don't know what to do. I don't know what's right. And that's going to come up in a minute, because the very last thing I'm going to talk about is a liquid lipstick from Jeffree Star. This is Celebrity Skin. This is my guilty pleasure lipstick, I guess. This is one of the best lipsticks I've ever used. It wears so well. It's comfortable. This is a flattering shade. This was also given to me as a gift. It's the only Jeffree Star product I own. And again, I think everybody probably is aware of the Jeffree Star controversies. I don't want to beat a dead horse, because I feel like these things have come up over and over again. And if you want to know more, it's really easy to find those receipts. The racism and the misogyny, like it's easy to find. Google will show it to you in a couple of seconds. Now, Jeffree did apologize as well, and he made a full YouTube video, which I watched, and I thought it was a really good apology. And again, not my place to accept an apology not meant for me. I thought it was a good apology, but I haven't really seen the change. When the video first happened, I was like, great, this is great. Maybe this is like step forwards. Things are gonna change. It seemed like everything was heading in a great direction, but it doesn't seem to really have changed. I follow him on Twitter because every now and then he posts the inspirational BS that I just really, really like. I mean, I think there's aspects of Jeffree that are really aspirational and like he's true to himself. And that's really cool, and I'm definitely a huge fan of that part. I do read a lot of threads, and admittedly I watch drama videos because I love them. I'm horrible, but I love reading and listening and watching drama things. It's probably why I am who I am. I do think that people can learn from their mistakes and they can change. I don't believe in thoughts and statements like once a racist, always a racist. I do not think that that's true, and I think that's actually pretty harmful to people who are really trying to better themselves and to learn from their past mistakes. Does this apply to Jeffree? I don't know. Actions really speak louder than words, especially for situations like this. And I feel like we just need some time to pass to see if like the real change is happening. Now, I've thought about purchasing products from Jeffree Star's collection multiple times. There's quite a few things that have appealed to me over the last little while. Things like the highlighters. There's different lip colors and little sets and stuff that I've been drawn to. And in like an alternate universe, perhaps I'd purchase, but I'm not okay with purchasing it, which is why I haven't. And I think that's why it's easy for me to wear this and like this, because I didn't buy it. And the real truth is that there's other products out there. And if I'm having such a moral dilemma deciding whether or not to purchase a nude lipstick, like I'm just gonna go elsewhere. Now, I don't want to be a drama channel, and that's not my objective for bringing these issues up, but I think it's important to talk about stuff like this. And I feel like a lot of us, we haven't been talking about issues like this. We've sort of been like sweeping them under the rug and pretending that like they don't exist, or they don't happen, or because they don't affect us, it doesn't matter. But the truth is it does matter, and we need more people speaking up. We need more voices, and I don't want to speak over people. I don't want to speak over people of color, and I really hope that I'm not doing this here. I'll be the first to admit that I'm not well informed on issues like this. I'm not woke. Like I'm not unproblematic. I've had my fair share of issues. And the thing is, I'm learning and unlearning things every single day. Sometimes I can only learn from my mistakes. And I really hope that this wasn't one of them, but I'm willing to take that chance. So I'd really love to hear from you and what your thoughts are on these brands. Do you agree or disagree with me? I'd love to hear some varying viewpoints as well. And if there's anything that I could learn, anything I could do better, please let me know if you feel up to it. I'm always trying to improve myself, and I've been trying a lot. And it's kind of an uphill battle because sometimes I just don't even know where to start. So anyway, that's all for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope I will get a chance to talk to you soon. Bye for now.